The Ripple coin's price, XRP, can swiftly drop to 3 cents, something you may not be prepared for. Despite how ridiculous that may sound, they have evidence of this. Additionally, Ripple's impending victory in its lawsuit against the SEC may be the single most significant indicator of an impending bull market. Proceed step by step. Prepare to be astounded by this film. Forget about Benny Ripple. Let's get down to brass tacks. Finally, the long-running legal dispute between ABS and the SEC is about to reach its zenith. The fate of Ripple's XRP asset, which drives its payment system, has captivated the cryptocurrency market for nearly 4 years. Cryptography specialist Eda Tofina tweeted a summary of the struggle for digital asset regulation. Here's what's next for XRP now that the SEC case is over, even though the legal dust hasn't settled yet. It appears that a final settlement is closer than ever before, with key dates approaching and significant improvements being implemented to processes. It appears that this lawsuit is nearing its conclusion. This one is massive and may affect Ripple and the cryptocurrency market for a long time. The U.S. Court of Appeals requires the SEC to submit its report on the matter by June 16. This day holds great significance. Now that 60 days have passed since the first hearings during which unresolved issues were for, this new information could show whether the SEC plans to keep pushing its appeal or drop the case, said Bill Morgan, a lawyer who has been watching the case extremely closely. The procedure required to formally conclude the case on the blockchain could be initiated if either Ripple or the SEC submits additional papers or answers with additional information. There may be an unsaid peace agreement taking on behind the scenes if both sides remain silent. Following the denial of Ripple and the SEC's request for an indicative ruling, the most current developments occurred. Their main request was for Judge Annalisa Torres to address a specific matter and determine if she would be inclined to lift a ban that has been in place for some time. From the appeals level, the case was transferred back to Judge Torres's courtroom, but she denied the motion due to a lack of compliance with the rules. Any subsequent requests must be resubmitted in the correct manner if the parties are to continue along that route. Everything is on the line in this formal dance. A settlement could result in the redistribution of substantial funds from that situation. One possibility is to transfer $50 million to the SEC and return the remaining escrow assets to Ripple. This modification has the potential to restore Ripple's financial independence and influence the market liquidity of XRP in major exchanges. A lengthy document submitted by an outside party has recently appeared on the court's docket, considering the paper's critical remarks about one legitimate method for determining whether an asset is a security is the Howey test. It was utilized by the SEC. By casting doubt on the concept of investment contracts for autonomous cryptocurrency, the filing contradicts the SEC's central position. This case is clearly very important to a lot of people, and the fact that everyone is paying attention demonstrates how intense the legal situation is. Financial authorities, lawmakers, and cryptocurrency users are all closely monitoring the situation. Many are also curious as to whether or not the regulations put in place to oversee investment plans in the 1940s are applicable to blockchain technology presently. Meanwhile, new tweets reveal that overall the company is stepping up its game. This one is called Jack the Rippler. The SEC announced it will be holding its final crypto round to discuss crypto DeFi on June 9th, prominent XRP community member said. We will not disappear. Many in the cryptocurrency community share that outlook. They aren't holding their breath to see the verdict in this case, even if it has the potential to establish a precedent that is applied outside of Ripple's headquarters. Their grand scheme to include cryptocurrency assets in the stock market would be derailed if the SEC reverses its position, or if the courts find in Ripple's favor once more. There would be significant rule changes as a result, affecting the issuance of new coins, the listing of assets on platforms, and the development of decentralized apps. The most outlandish assertions have been made by crypto professionals, as one would anticipate. Foretelling that Ripple will emerge victorious is their belief. Everyone, not only XRP holders, is feeling the tension. The new regulations are causing major players to quickly shift their positions, which is driving XRP's price through the stratosphere. Huge changes could occur in the cryptocurrency industry if Ripple is victorious. Everyone is waiting with bated breath in the cryptocurrency community. Then what are these audacious assertions? Some of them will astound you, therefore you should listen to them. According to influential XRP users on Twitter, first-time XRP sellers should be ecstatic. It was brilliantly depicted by Crypto Sensei. I warned that panic sellers were being shaken out, but it's obvious that many of them still haven't caught on. According to many Christians, XRP's value is going to skyrocket soon. Some people like Steph know for sure. Before Ripple gets flight, there is one more buildup. Pumpkin was forthright when he predicted a 40,000% increase in XRP value upon the conclusion of the dispute. According to him, there was a huge green candle coming. As the law becomes more transparent, this type of rapid self-assurance is on the rise. Technological advancements are also ongoing. Some might say it's ridiculous or insane because XRP was valued less than a penny when it was first launched. Then you keep in mind that XRP has already accomplished the seemingly impossible. It was worth more than $3 at its peak in 2017. Because his previous post went viral, Dragon decided to make a similar leap in his latest one. Don't totally toss out anything between $3,000. There was a rise of 99,900%. On the basis of his speculation, he implied that XRP may accomplish it. Now that it is apparent and recognized for real-world use, what could it do? Not everyone is confident that such a dramatic increase is repeatable. Argument that the first XRP price was determined when the market had very little capital. Additionally, they claim that there are other issues with the present market, which is more established, congested, and controlled. Since XRP's rise began at $300 during its real breakout phase, which began at 22,000s, some believe that this range can serve as a better upper limit. On the other hand, even if the numbers were 50 times what they are now, as predicted by XRP Avengers, the impact would be profound. Levi, for example, predicts that XRP will hit $500, which is completely out of this world. Although it may seem absurd to some, it is related to broader discussions over the potential role of XRP regarding the facilitation of international money transfers, particularly as it pertains to the potential integration with digital currency systems managed by central banks. A hitherto unseen market shock may occur if XRP became an asset for cross-border CBDCs. However, Ripple has built up hope, not merely talk, over the years, and all of these projections are founded on that. Eventually, we'd like to see the fruits of our labor in the form of strengthened global partnerships and infrastructure. Having to be strong during the storm must have been worth it. Those staggering percentages, 40,000%, 99,900%, or $10,000, aren't simply pipe dreams. They demonstrate the merit of when compared to other cryptocurrency projects, one has faced